Yeah, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the best pro wrestling show in all of pro wrestling. You know, we're talking about the Royal Rundown. I'm your host, SERG VICENTE, and it's the Super Bowl. We know what time it is. It's Wrestlemania week, and we have a very, very fun show. We have guests, and as you see, my sister from another mister is sitting there directly next to me today. We have Miss Drade. Miss Drade, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up? It's time. Let's go. We here. We
It's
are
Mania.
finally
Look,
here. Week of Mania. Let's go.
I'm telling you, it is fantastic. Finally, like I said, it's Wrestlemania week. And the thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm legitimately, I'm hyped about this because and one thing it is that, and we have a lot of things we can get to even before we get to Mania. So everybody who is watching live right now on YouTube, everybody's watching live on Twitch right now. Thank you guys so much who's watching not only on the Fight Podcast page, who is also watching right now on the Scrap News. Thank you, everybody. And also, like we said, check out the Scrap News for the absolute best. Like I'm saying one more time for you guys, the absolute best combat sports journalism out there. Go ahead and check out the Scrap News. Fantastic articles. Not only the articles, check out the YouTube page. A lot of really dope stuff going out there. And while we're at it, make sure you check out the Fight Podcast. And the Fight Pod has fantastic, not only the Fight Podcast show and everything that we have there. We got merch. Check out our merch. We'll check that out today. But before we talk about all that stuff on today's menu, like I said, we're going to talk all things WrestleMania. What is going to go on? We're literally going to go ahead day to day, right from the beginning, from Saturday all the way to the main event on Sunday night. So this is what we're going to do. Not only do I have my co-host here, Ms. Drade, next to me, we're going to bring another guest on, and we are going to go ahead and break everything down. So this next guest that we are bringing on, he is one of the best up-and-coming MMA journalist in the game. He is somebody who is also, I mean, you know, saying they call him Baby Bert from time to time because if you're in South Florida, you know he gets down in the back. He knows what he's doing. He's the organizer extraordinaire, the Mystic one himself, Mystic Black. Welcome to the show. What is going on, my brother? It's been a while.
Finally, Mystic Black has come back to the Royal Rundown. Thank you guys for having me to miss y'all, man. Very happy to be here. I literally just got off of work. I'm sitting outside. Is the sound okay? Let me know if you hear anything.
Sound is good. I'm happy to have you guys. And for those also watching, we had a couple other guests that we had on tap. Unfortunately, they are actually really tapped into the industry. So next week or the week after, we have a really special guest for you guys. And I cannot wait to have this gentleman on the show. So that is going to be so much fun. Ms. Dre knows what I'm talking about. So we're going to have that one. But brother, it has been a while. You are one of the people that talks pro wrestling with us. So now that we're here, we are going to go ahead and jump into it. The one thing I'll say is this. The buildup for WrestleMania has been so fantastic, and they did it so well this year that they even had us going at the Oscars. Holy shit, Will Smith and Chris Rock kicked off WrestleMania weekend while just blessing. Oh my God, this had to be the best thing in WrestleMania weekend all day. Our uncles went out there and started a fight in public. Yo, let me ask you guys right from the beginning. What are you? We have to talk about it. I know. We have to talk about. I'm going to give my thoughts, but ladies first. Ms. Drade, please tell me what your thoughts on this were.
Oh, of course, ladies first on this one. My goodness.
Of course.
Good God. Yo, I mean, listen. You know, it would have been nice if folks could have handled that maybe a little less violently. But at the end of the day, I think everybody could have made better decisions. And that's what I'm gonna say. I get it. I get, you know, why the decision was made to go there, but you know, and I mean, as a woman, I guess it's nice to see someone stand up for their spouse in that manner, especially because Chris Rock should be smarter than that to make that type of joke to that person specifically about that specifically. But you know, it is what it is. And of course, because Will is so good at handling himself in most cases,
Absolutely.
you know, the fact that he blew his lid in this particular one, unfortunately, is gonna be all that most people remember and talk about. And that's unfortunate because I mean everybody makes mistakes. So I'll just keep it. I'll keep it there.
The mystic one. Don't know, brother. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
I had the chance to actually meet Will Smith when I used to work at a restaurant down in Miami in Aventura. Great guy, good energy,
Yeah.
amazing human, and we know that everybody loves Will Smith. I just hate that it's going to override the actual good moment that happened during the Oscars of him
Right.
winning an Oscar, of Questlove winning an Oscar. I feel like
Yeah.
some of these things are not going to be remembered because that happened. In my opinion, of course, hell yeah, defend your lady. That was me. I would have handled it privately. I would have looked at it and been like, okay, we're good.
You got
I'm gonna
this
see you
coming
in the
later.
back. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
see you in
see
the
you
back.
later.
I'm gonna see you in the after party. But
Yeah.
that's just me. That's just me. I like to handle things privately. Me doing something like that publicly does nothing for me. Yes,
Yeah.
I would love for him to apologize publicly. Yes, that would be a great thing. But besides that, no. Handle it privately. Don't override. Don't make moments. It's almost a little selfish in a way, I guess, without being
Mhm.
selfish because you lose. A lot of people lose moments, and he loses a moment for himself as well. But I understand why he did it. It just didn't need to be done publicly.
So I'm going to say this, and the way I say it is,
Oh
I'm
wait,
going
wait,
to
wait. Sorry. What
please.
one last thing? I'm so sorry. I forgot
No,
one
no
small
worries,
thing.
please.
And as three black people here, I hate to see that happen in front of a bunch of white people because it gives them gas. It gives them gas. It gives them gas. I
They
feel.
can all kick rock sideways. I do not care. And I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, I'm going to quote the great Chris Rock. I might not agree, but I understand. Fam, you went out there, you talk slick, you got slapped. At the end of the day, I don't see why this is such a big deal. People acting like he went out there and shot somebody. Look, you hate to see it. It sucks. But hey, with all these trolls out there, and you know what? I was thinking about this. Maybe I'm the one that's jaded. Maybe I'm the one since I go out here and I watch combat sports and I break down combat sports all day.
What a word to
And
use, Jaden.
and for you know what I'm saying. For me, it's one of those things that you look at it. It's like I feel like I've seen people get. I just saw Jorge Masvidal sucker punch Kobe last week. So for me, I was just like, it's another Sunday. Like I don't know why I didn't think anything of it. It is what it
He
is. Oh, we
lost
just
me.
lost Darnell, but I'm sure he'll
He
be back
lost
in a
me.
moment.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's me. So I think this is much ado about nothing. It's an unfortunate instance that it happened, but at the end of the day, it's two uncles at the cookout that got into a squabble, and the brothers got it over, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. They've known each other for 35 years.
It's gonna be
It is
fine.
what it is. And
gonna be
guess what? They kicked off WrestleMania week better than anybody else could have. I love
They
every
gonna be
bit of
look,
it. The
y'all. They gonna
memes,
be in a movie together
everything.
by the end of the year. They gonna be in a movie.
And
They gonna
that
be on the
red table talk is going
together
to do
by the end of
50
the month.
Oh
million.
God. Oh
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
man.
You can
Man.
still
Oh.
get
Everybody will
reviews
be
to that red
be
table
fine.
talk. I cannot wait. But all right, I know that's neither here nor there. That's just one thing we
I
had
mean,
to
it
talk about.
kicked
It was
off
in
the
pop
Mania
culture.
week the
We had
way. I
It
mean,
did.
Jesus.
It did. It did.
Yo.
it
Vince should
did,
just add
man.
that. He might as well put that on the card. Chris Rock and
Put
Will
it on the
Smith
card.
meet in the middle of the ring. I'm down for it. There's your
Look, man,
celebrity. Minus
I am down.
Logan
I don't.
Paul.
Yo, hey, look, I don't
All
watch
wrestling
Triller,
fans thought it was
but
a work for a second. Like we always like, is this a?
Yo,
Are we
can I say,
scripted?
Chris? He rolled with that slap nice. He rolled with it. That was good.
He did. He
hey,
really did
man,
roll with it.
good for him. He needed
I'm
it because
with
yeah,
y'all.
Will was looking like all I thought of when I saw him walk up was Ali Boombaye
You are so
Ali.
Surge. Jesus
Smack.
Lord. Y'all are the worst.
All right, okay. All jokes aside, I mean, like I said, I hope everything works out. But this is WrestleMania week, and we have so many amazing matches. And again, one thing I will say about this, and I have to ask you guys, and again, everybody who is watching live right now on YouTube, I'm going to ask you guys as well. I have to say, it almost upsets me that they only get it right this time of year. But yo, the promos, everything, the way the WWE is closed out the last month leading up to Mania was just a kiss of just brilliance. Beautiful stuff. The matchups make sense. Things are a lot of fun. Like I'm excited. That's it, guys. I'm asking you guys. I'm putting it out to you right now. Am I tripping? Did they do a good job? All right, whoever, ladies first. Let's go.
Why y'all do this to me every time?
No, I'll go first.
Next
I'll
time,
go first.
yeah.
Go ahead. Ladies first,
Let
please,
D
right
go
there.
first.
Let him
D,
go.
yeah.
Well, say the question again. Did they?
He wants to know, is he tripping? Like, did they do a good job with this?
Hey man,
year's
we ain't
Mania
gonna
build?
do no August
Yeah,
jokes in here. All right, my G. We ain't going no.
We're not going there. Not going there.
We ain't going there.
We're not going there.
Foolish.
Honestly, I've never had such mixed feelings about a WrestleMania before because I feel like it's all over the place.
Ooh.
Like you're just doing something with Lashley now. Like you just surprised us with that, even though if you read wrestling forums, you know that was going to happen. But like you surprised us with that last minute. WrestleMania is about long-term stories.
News
There's
is
not too
broken
much
here
long-term.
last week.
There's not too much long-term storytelling, minus Bianca and Becky.
Very true.
That's probably one of the only ones.
And Roman and Roman
Yeah.
In a real nuanced kind of way, right? Because
In a real
they
nuance,
really didn't know where they were gonna go with Brock and Roman until January 1st. When they did day one, I think that's when they were like, okay, we're doing this. But they did it at the expense of so many other people. And I'm with you. I think what's working really well is working so well that it's enough for Serge to be like, yo, this is a really good build, right?
Yeah.
Because what's going well is so well. Brock and Roman is going so well. Bianca and Becky is going so well. And then we get some stuff we didn't even expect with Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We have this heavy anticipation of Cody maybe versus Seth. And
not
it's like,
maybe.
Okay.
We know what's happening with that one.
You never know with Vince. You never know with Vince.
You never know with Vince. It's gonna be Veer.
It's
definitely
you.
gonna be
Veer.
Veer pop up, and we're gonna be like, really?
He's gonna go Veer first, and then he's gonna do Cody after for sure. 100%. But when I say that, what I was saying, I mean that in the sense of the other ones that are just kind of random, like the tag team matches and all that jazz. That's a little bit random to me. But yeah, there's some that are good, and I'm excited for it. But man, one of them that I'm very, very excited for is Edge and AJ Styles, because that's going to be amazing.
We'll get there.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. We're gonna get there.
I answer the question.
Yeah, no worries. We're gonna get there, and I can't wait to talk about all the matches. But in terms of the build itself, and I'm gonna say this. It has been for myself, and again, I've told you guys before. I've been very, 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 open with everybody about me really getting back into this. And one thing I'll say is watching everything and watching how just the promos themselves, guys. I mean, the promos that Roman is going out there and cutting, the tomfoolery that we're getting with the 24/7 championship, like everything that they're doing is making sense. It's coming together, and I mean, come on, Kevin Owens. Just come on, man. That what he is doing is legendary. These are the type of things that we're going to talk about in 15 years. Him going out there dressed as Stone Cold and cutting the promo that he did. They've gotten people excited. I think they've done what they're supposed to do. They've gotten a little sprinkle of, the fanfare with Logan Paul and everybody else. I'm hype on it. Now, granted, it upsets me, like I said before, because this is stuff that they can do all the time. Why are you guys only throwing this together with 2 weeks left? And like we said before, it's one of the great things that they can go out there and actually give us that storytelling. We only have the long form storytelling and tell. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to I wonder, one of the reasons you mentioned like how good all the promos are right now.
Yes,
and the people you mentioned are folks that I don't think are super heavily scripted. That's why they're so good.
That's why they're so good.
That's why they're so good. And so I wonder if the reason why it's not done most of the time of the year is because they're doing so much experimentation and heavily scripting people outside of the big 4 pay-per-views or premium live events, excuse me. Like, I wonder if that's
we'll talk about this at the end of the
it's got a different
show, guys, sure.
I wonder why it's got such a different feel to it. And I mean, we've dealt with bad Mania builds before, like actual bad Mania builds. So this one is such an interesting one because it's not a bad Mania build. It's just like he said, all over the place.
It's all over the place. It is all over. Well, here, let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump into it because there is so much to get into. And you know how I like to keep
Hold on.
my shit
Shout
tight.
out,
I like
shout out to the fireplace behind Serge right
You like
now
that?
because that's the best thing I've ever
The
seen.
ambiance?
It's just,
Where's
look at the
ambiance?
ambiance.
baby. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go.
Yo, I got the real joint over here cracking behind me too.
You
You
see
got
it?
it. Wow.
Yeah, man, we get
See
it,
it?
you know?
That is amazing.
So, all
goodness.
right, so let's go ahead. We have so much to get into. I mean, 2 events. I don't care how long it takes. We're going to do it. You know how I like to keep
What
my
up,
ship
Katie?
tight to 45
Katie
minutes.
says she late, but
We
she
get it.
here.
We
What's up,
appreciate
girl?
it. You know what it do. All
Man, I
right,
can't
let's
see
go
the
ahead and jump
comments. I'm on my
into it.
phone.
And let's go ahead and jump into it. One thing I'm going to say is this. The first one I'm going to talk about is we are talking about the first event of Saturday. Now, granted, I'm not sure exactly about the order in which they're going to go ahead and do these things but
Neither are they.
what was on the, they don't know either. So we know what it is, but we're going to finish
Neither
with the
are
main
they. It's
events
okay.
last, and we're going to go ahead and fill in. All right. So let's go ahead and start with this one. We got King Woods and Kofi versus Sheamus and Rich Holland. Now, this event is so interesting because of what's happened with Big E. Big E, as a lot of people who I'm sure already know, is hurt himself. He's out there, not hurt himself. You know, Rich Holland went out there and had awful technique and ended up hurting him and breaking his neck, L1 and L7, I believe the vertebrae that were broken. He could not be here today, but fortunately he has a neck thicker than anyone alive, and
For real.
that's what ends up happening. So he is totally fine. He's back. He's doing fantastic on Twitter, and that is what that is. But now we have Kofi and King Woods. King Woods finally came back, and we have Sheamus versus Rich Holland. Now, what Sheamus and Rich Holland doing right now, I actually kind of like. I like this little click that they got going, but obviously, come on, it's the New Day. Guys, tell me this is going to be an exciting match. What do y'all think?
I mean, it'll be good. It won't be like, it's not going to tear the house down or anything. But I think it'll be fine. I wouldn't mind it being an opener. I think it'd be a fun opener.
I think this is a
one
great
of the
opener.
Or something like in the middle to kind of like warm something bigger up, I guess. Because they're gonna, I mean, New Day has to win. Like this has to be they gotta vindicate their brother kind of thing.
Yes.
Like it has to.
If
it doesn't, then I mean that tells me that they're going to try to make this a longer feud, and I don't think it needs to be.
I don't think it needs to be either.
I think it's too icky for me. You know, maybe it's just me. It's probably just me. It's too icky for me to last longer. I think this, you know, let New Day get their revenge. I hate that old dude is now Butch, but you know,
I hate that his name is Butch.
The Bruiserweight was the guy, you know, like Pete Dunne was that guy, and I kind of would, you know, in my lovely world, he would turn on Sheamus and Ridge, and they can have, and that's the feud for moving forward.
I will say this, and you and I discussed this before, and I'll say you and I discussed this before, and Darnell, I want to know what you think. I personally,
Thank you, Katie.
I like factions. I enjoy factions, and I think good factions are hard to come by. We are in a golden era with the bloodline. We are in a golden era with our guy. You know what I'm saying? With the tribal chief. But when we have the New Day, we have obviously we have, you know, everything that's going on with the Raw tag team fiasco that we have going on over there. It is fun. Sheamus, I think, is one of those unsung guys. He's fantastic.
All day long.
So good. He cuts fantastic.
And he's been good for
promos.
a long time.
Exactly. I mean, we're talking about a Royal Rumble winner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this guy is somebody
former champion.
Exactly. So
you know,
this honestly should, like I said, I think as we said, New Day better win, not even should win. You know, we slapping people like Will Smith if they don't win. All right, them boys need to go out there and win this match. But I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So y'all good?
Yeah, it'll
Anything
be fun.
else we need to say about this match?
I am just going to say. Oh, do you want to?
Go ahead, please.
Go ahead.
Real quick. They better.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a great moment when the New Day is about to come out and we hear, "Oh, Texas!" and Big E still gives him that introduction. It'll feel very emotional.
Cry.
I know I'll cry too.
I need that.
It's going to be I think it's going to happen. I'm calling it. It's going to be an emotional moment when that happens. And according to Butch Pete Dunne. He's so good, he's going to make the name work. Do I love the name? No, but he's so good, he will make
Yes.
that name work.
Absolutely.
And one thing that they do with him, which I do appreciate, is that they at least said he was called something else before, but his nickname is Butch. At least y'all
That's
tried
the
to
first
give me
time they've ever
something.
done that. That's the first time they've
Ever.
ever done that because he
least
was
they did
too
this
big of a presence in NXT and NXT UK that
Yes.
they couldn't just do what they did with Piper making
Dewdrop.
her Dewdrop. They couldn't just
Yeah.
Or
call her
or
Dewdrop
Gunther or Gunther.
or
Oh,
Gunther. Would they
that's the one. I do not like Gunther.
like? Come
Why do they
on.
do that?
Like, dude,
That was
he was
unnecessary.
too. Pete Dunne was too prominent. So they couldn't
Absolutely.
just pretend that he wasn't Pete
Like,
Dunne.
he
So
just went against Carmelo Hayes for a
Just.
title.
just
And
2 weeks ago.
and you know what?
this
He
year that
might
happened this year.
he's gonna have that issue because he's small and Vince McMahon doesn't like small guys. So
No, he does not.
I'm scared to see what they're gonna do to him.
I know.
All right.
No.
Well, here,
Anyways.
even though I think this is going to be a fun match, I am looking forward to it just because of the storyline. And this is one that has a storyline because of Big E. I cannot wait. Guys, in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Is this a match that's even worth watching? Do we even care? Is this going to be fun? Tell me, yes or no. All right, moving right along. Next up that we are going to talk about is a SmackDown Tag Team Championship. We have the Usos, the Ones, against one of my absolute favorites, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Boogs. It is awesome. Look, I don't know about you guys. I love Rick Boogs and Nakamura. When that song comes on, I feel just like
Swole
Pat
Freddie
McAfee.
Mercury.
I need to jump. I started with my air guitar and everything, like I got on my mic. I be out there getting it. It is one of the best intros out there, but we're talking about the bloodline. We're talking about the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, the sons of Rikishi, the cousins of the tribal chief himself, the cousins of the great one, The Rock. You think he's actually going to allow them to lose? No, they will not. Absolutely will not let their family down. We will continue to be the ones. What do y'all think is going to happen in this match? Can the Usos lose?
I have no idea. Let me just be honest. I got no clue. And I think it all depends on whether they're gonna have Roman be the end all be all final boss and end the 2 nights with 2 belts. Like I can see it so many different ways. Like I have no idea. Because they haven't built up a tag team for real that feels like a threat to them.
No, they're all the ones that feel like a threat are at Raw right now.
Are at Raw, right? So
yes.
it doesn't make sense to me to have these 2 win, but they've put all this marketing on them and they're doing the car commercials.
They're doing the
that
commercials.
Little marketing behind them makes me feel like that's some backstage hinting of, yo, this might be your next champions.
Interesting.
It's so icky. Who knows? it could go either way. Honestly, it'll be a fun match though. There's too much talent in there.
So much talent.
Entirely too much talent. So it'll be fun. It should be quick. I don't think it should be anything long. Give me a cute 10 minutes and go off.
That's what I was gonna say. 10 minutes tops. That's all you need. Give me a clean 10. And one thing the Usos do is, and the more I've watched, one thing I realize is that when people talk about ring generalship and really controlling the flow of the match, the way these dudes move and put these things together, it doesn't matter who they're in there with. And then you go out there and you talk about throw a toss on top of their Nakamura. That dude.
I mean,
dude. Come on, people. That dude is incredible. Super vet. I love what he does. Yeah. I think this is going to be a really fun match, but I'm with you guys. I think a solid 10 minutes is all we're going to need. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and rock with the Usos. I think they're going to go ahead and retain and continue being the longest reigning tag team in SmackDown history. All right. Anything else you guys want to say about that one?
Nah.
All right, moving right along. And everybody who's watching live right now, whether it be on the Scrap News YouTube page, on the Fight Podcast YouTube page, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And make sure not only do you check out the Fight Podcast, check out everything on Fantastic Scrap News. Check us out. All right, moving right along. Next up, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. So check it out. My excitement for this match isn't that high. I'll be honest with you. I think Drew McIntyre, even though they're probably positioning him to end up going against Roman next, I don't care about this. Please, guys, make me excited for this match. Please, somebody make me excited for this match.
I'll make it quick. Don't care. What's the next topic, brother? Let's keep it moving. What else are we talking about? Moving on. Woo!
We have literally seen that match 8 times already.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, it is
no disrespect to neither one of them, but
no disrespect, but man, I have not cared for a matchup more than that one at all.
Put it on the pre-show, Jesus. Like,
oh man. I'd rather watch a 205 live match on there than that match. My God. Anything.
Yo, I'm telling you, like, I'm with y'all. Like, this don't do it for me, man. I don't care. Like, I damn near care more if it was Madcap Moss. Like, I just don't care about this match. It is what it is. Moving right along.
To be fair, they're dribbling in that whole Madcap Moss is maybe turning on Corbin soon, so that's probably how Drew's gonna win. So there we go.
So everybody feels the same way, huh? Nobody. Everybody feels the same way. Okay.
We can't. That's not happening. It's not happening.
All right. Well, moving right along. This is a match that I'll be honest with you. It isn't the most exciting, but it has that crossover appeal that I think a lot of people do enjoy. We are talking about the Mysterios versus the Miz and Logan Paul.
It's gonna be fun.
Now, there we go. I agree with you guys. I think this is a match that's a little bit entertaining. It's a little fun. And here's the thing. I think they've done some cool things with the Miz taking his mask. And by the way, if you guys haven't had an opportunity to check it out already, and obviously I'm not getting paid for none of this shit, but the Evil series that the WWE has, the Miz had an episode. It is fantastic. I've watched all of them already, and I'll be honest with you, the one with the Miz is just, again, all of them. They're so good. The one with Roman, Sasha Banks, Ric Flair, you're kind of racist. I probably don't watch you, but the rest of them I watched, and it was great. The rest of them I did. So it was awesome. I enjoyed the rest of them. Allegedly, I guess. So, regardless on that, let me ask you guys: scale of 1 to 5. What is the fun level of this match? Scale of 1 to 5.
Oh, it could be, yeah, solid 4. I give Logan Paul some credit in the sense of when he does something, he goes full throttle to do it, and he's gonna. I think he's not gonna be a Bad Bunny, but he's gonna have his moments, and I feel that they're putting him in the right position with the right people because these are really good wrestlers in the Miz. We got to give the Miz a lot of credit. I feel like the Miz doesn't get enough credit for the work that he's done. Rey Mysterio, that's the definition of longevity. My God. Amazing. Still just as good. And his son just keeps on getting better. Just keeps getting better. And I can't wait to see what he does in the NXT. But this together is going to be a great match. That's their celebrity moment. It's going to be fun. I don't think they're going to give it to the Miz and Logan Paul, but it's going to be a fun match.
I'm with you guys. I think it's going to be a super fun match.
Logan's turning for sure. Logan is turning.
For sure. I'm here for that. But like I said, we're talking about Rey Mysterio. We're talking about the legend from all the way back in the ECW days, the WCW days. This dude is an absolute beast. And the fact that he's still going out there and doing it, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, to put it into some context, he was younger than his son is when he started on television wrestling.
Yes.
Like he was a few years younger than his son is now. And we're getting to see, this is what it would be like when we finally get to see LeBron play with his son, right? Like,
like the wrestling. This is a wrestling version.
Yeah.
And it's cool. So like, to me, I think I have seen them get a little heat, and Dominic get some heat on Twitter and stuff about people not liking him. And I'm like, gee, if you don't do anything else, if he sucked in the ring, which he doesn't, but if he did, could you at least understand and be entertained by the cool factor of the fact that he gets to wrestle with his dad? Like, we don't get to see stuff like that. And so I just think, to me, that kind of overshadows everything. But I'm with y'all. It'll be fun. 4.5 levels of fun,
Yeah. No, I'm with you guys.
Logan's going to eat a double 619 and it'll be great.
It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see that. And like I said, my only knock ever on Dominic, and you guys know how I am. I come from the Vince McMahon school of way wrestlers are supposed to look.
Terrible.
You need to put on some muscle, son. I need you to go ahead and get in that weight
Get
room.
that boy
A little, just a little bit.
I just need to see some traps, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of back. You know what I'm saying? I need to see a little bit of that. Just a touch.
But you know what? But you know what?
I'm happy.
You know what? There's some wrestlers who are in the buffets. Like for instance, what's his name? Cero Mierda. Ray, that's Ray Phoenix, his brother. It's not his brother. Not his brother.
Penta.
He's not that much in shape. Penta. My God, but he's amazing in that ring, and he's not
ridiculously athletic.
He's ridiculous.
But he's bigger than Dominic, though. He's
bigger,
wider. So you believe
Dominic's still young. He's still young. He's gonna put on a little fat. He's gonna put on a little.
Dog,
the
Dominic
boy is in his. He ain't even 25 yet.
He's not even 25 yet.
Get them.
You guys act
male.
like a 25-year-old dude is like a 6-year-old. Like he's 25. He can't have muscle yet. Like,
hey, I didn't get a beard until I was Serge. I know you had a beard since you were 5 years old, but I didn't get a beard
in 7th grade. I held it down. Okay.
I didn't get a beard until I was 28 years old.
Okay. He ate his Wheaties.
You damn straight I ate my Wheaties. And they all my
beard in 7th grade. He was that dude. He had a beard in 7th grade.
You know what that is?
Everything.
I'm telling you guys what that is. That's Puerto Rican grandmothers putting coffee in the baby bottle. That's what it is. I'm telling y'all what it is. It's the Puerto Rican grandmother. But look, like I said, I love those guys. I think this match is going to be really, really fun. I think out of all the matches, they've actually done a decent job of actually building this up a little bit. I would have liked a little bit longer, but for WrestleMania, I'm here for it. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. Miz, Rey Mysterio. All right, moving right along.
Real quick before we move along, I see something really cool that can happen with Dominic. Remember when Eddie Guerrero first started his career? Everybody loved him. We love Eddie. We love Eddie all the time, and then he turned. He had that real good turn. Imagine Dominic Cruz turning on his dad and becoming that ultra heel.
He's going to.
It's happening. I don't know.
You're not my real dad. Happening. Eddie was my real dad. Dog, can you imagine? Oh my God. There it is, Serge. There it is.
Come on.
Can you imagine?
Let's go.
I will be the biggest Dominic Mysterio fan if he put on 15 pounds and went heel. He would be my favorite, okay? He needs to gain some weight and go
Serge
heel.
is so simple. Be muscular and be a heel. Serge is a fan.
Be in shape and be a bad guy. You got me. Okay, and be great on the mic. You got me. It's so simple. But here's the thing: you don't even have to be in the greatest shape but you have to be great on the mic. And somebody who's great on the mic, we are talking about up next. Come on, people.
That man.
Kevin Owens has put himself in GOAT status over this last run. It has been fantastic. And if you really go out there and we think about Kevin Owens and what Kevin Owens has done over the last couple of years, they have put him with absolute legends his entire run in the WWE when he goes to WrestleMania because he is that fantastic. He sells it. He's entertaining. And oh, by the way, he's a fantastic wrestler. And he goes out there and wrestles his ass off. Kevin Owens is the man. The fact that he's going in there against his childhood idol and he's built this up and been able to do it in the way he does is so fantastic. The storytelling is great. The promos have been just incredible. I am so hyped for this. I don't care if he goes out there, shows off his Randy Moss hands, drinks a couple beers, throws up the middle finger, stuns him, and goes home. That is all I need. Give me that glass break. What up? What? Yes. Let's go with Stone Cold. What are your thoughts on this?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's my thoughts. No, yeah, all of what you just said. I mean, Kevin Owens, first of all, I think is one of those universal good guys in wrestling, right? Like everyone loves him. He's well liked in front of the camera and behind the camera. He's respected by the legends and the current locker room folks. Like KO is just one of those dudes you just root for. And even when he's a jerk and like cool things like him working with Chris Jericho, like when Jericho was in WWE the last time, like that is, and you could just tell that it wasn't just Jericho kind of mentoring him. It was Jericho like, this guy, look at this cat. Okay, let's go. We got to do something real fun. Like it's great. To me, if Stone Cold Steve Austin said yes to come back to Mania to do anything that isn't just an appearance, because he's made appearances at Mania before, he's made appearances just to say hi, give a stunner and bounce. Like, he's done that before, but he's agreed to do this angle. I'm going to call it an angle. We don't know what a match, KO show segment,
whatever it is.
Whatever. He's agreed to do it in this fashion, and it's building it almost as if it was a match.
What?
Like, for him to agree to do that tells me everything I need to know about Kevin Owens and like himself. Because like that, he wouldn't he wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, Stone Cold been chilling in retirement, having a blast on that ranch, doing whatever the hell he wants for 19 years. So it's like, it's so exciting. I can't wait for the glass to break and the arena to go stupid.
Bananas.
Because if they don't, then I'm gonna be mad at Dallas for that. Dallas is gonna be, like, come on, they better go up. This is Texas. That man is from Texas. If y'all don't go up for him, who are you going up for? Like, what are we doing? It's just gonna be such a wonderful, like, goosebumpy type of moment. It's the stuff we live for as wrestling fans. Like, this is a moment for us to just fan all the way out, mark all the way out, and just go crazy. I'm gonna have my beer and I'm gonna be geeked at that moment. It's gonna be like,
I don't even drink brews. Usually,
Sanji might break everything. Just flip tables. We about to be real excited.
Dog, you know what I'm saying? We are like,
come on.
Going insane. Like, I'm telling you, the moment, exactly, I absolutely might break everything. The moment he goes out there, I am on my couch, jumping up and down. Like I said, doing everything. I'm wetting. Every little movement he's doing, I'm mimicking. I love every second of it. I mean, like I said, this is one of those matches that, again, like we talked about in the beginning, and like Darnell was talking about, even with we talk about in a moment with like Edge and AJ Styles, these are the type of matches that we can go ahead and actually talk about for years to come. The way that they go out there. Absolutely. Wait, don't smoke that. Hey, shit, I'm good. Hey, professional. I'll go ahead and a little bit of indica, a little bit of everything. I'm good. Lord. I'm on indica right now. Look, y'all can't even tell.
Third is a professional. He said, "Don't play him. Come on now."
I do this. Do y'all forget where I live? This is gonna be great. I cannot wait. But real quick, appreciation. I'm giving my flowers to Kevin Owens.
1000%.
Absolutely. All right. Moving right along. A lot to get into, and guys, like I said, we are just ripping through these because it is so many to get to. This one I'm going to be very quick with as well. But look, to the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair. This is one of the only matches that they've had the type of storytelling that they've had. Everything up to from the 26-second BS match all the way to last night at Raw, Bianca Belair going out there and cutting Becky Lynch's hair. So we're able to see that Becky Lynch is going to show up tomorrow or this weekend with a storm haircut, and everybody's going to think it's okay. And you know what? It's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun match as long as Bianca Belair wins. Again, if Bianca Belair does not win, I'm smacking people like Will Smith. I'm telling y'all, they better win. What are your thoughts?
The same. Katie is over here scaring me, and like, I hear you, but I'm trying to ignore Katie. I'm trying to ignore her because listen, girl, we not wishing this evil on we're not wishing this evil on our good sister, okay? But I think obviously Becky's gonna come out with some sort of short haircut or whatever. And my hope is that this was just an angle to use so that Becky can change her look a little bit, so that she could change her character a little bit moving forward.
Because she needs
to. Right.
I am curious. I'm gonna say I have something. I have a question for you, and then this maybe goes into this, and it seems like maybe this is where you're going, and I want to ask you this: is Becky Lynch no longer getting over with the crowd?
Great question. I think it's been I think that they oversell how over she is right now. I think they oversell how over she was when she came back at SummerSlam and beat Bianca. Thank you. That's My sister already knows what it is. Like that, we're going nuts. We're rioting. Like we talk about happy breaking things for Stone Cold. We will angrily break things if Bianca loses. Okay, no, I love Becky Lynch. I think she is great. She's one of the horsewomen, women. She's the dopest. The man Becky Lynch was dope. Big Time Bex. Thank you, Carrie. Big Time Bex was like, it's just okay to me.
She's a fake Conor McGregor. That's why I realize it doesn't hit.
I hate
for
that
me,
part. Yes.
Especially coming from the world of MMA for myself. I was like, oh, this is just a fake Conor. And and Conor bothers me as it is. I definitely don't want to hear it over here.
Can I do some fantasy booking real quick?
Please. Book away. I love it. This is what we do here.
So we're talking about the difference between the man Becky Lynch and Big Time Bex Becky Lynch, which is very slight. It's not a lot of differences. It's very slight in terms of attitude. The outfits don't always hit. That's the facts. But then I don't think they're always supposed to. I think she's supposed to be obnoxious, right? But
it's not hitting though. You know what I'm saying?
It's not, because I don't believe it. I believed the man. I do not believe Big Time Bex as much, right? When they did the man, though, did you notice how they were always kind of bringing Stone Cold near her? She was on Stone Cold's TV show. They're always Stone Cold was mentioning her, and they were kind of trying to make her the female Stone Cold in that kind of vein, right? I just want to see a segment, or it'd be cool. I'm not gonna say it'd be cool if I saw a segment after Bianca beats her.
Yes.
After Bianca beats her. Of Becky being pissed and Stone Cold coming to her backstage and just kind of either looking at her or just being like, this isn't you. Or like, you're better than this, or something that just kind of brings us that kind of attitude back. And I wouldn't mind Becky coming back as a face maybe a couple weeks after Mania. Like, give her a couple weeks so we miss her a little bit. We notice that something has changed in her, and then boom.
Really quick, Conor McGregor will head to after he gets spiked for the however 10th in a row now. Like I said, it's especially if Conor McGregor goes out there and Dana White gives him his wish and goes out there and says, "Your wish is granted. You make us so much money. Here, have Kamaru Usman." Kamaru Usman does nasty things to
He's gonna beat that ass, isn't he? Yeah,
he is going to do the dirty things. He's oh my god. And then after that, then he'll be in the WWE because ain't no coming back from that.
But here's the thing with that: he's gonna be just as awkward as Ronda. The hype's gonna be really dope.
At least he can shadow box.
You know,
did you see the promo? Did you see the promo? Oh my goodness! I can't even the little thing. Dog, she was in that mug talking about, like, I'm sorry. How is it possible that you look that bad shadow boxing? What is going on? And this is why
y'all don't even know.
Segue. Thank you so much for this segue, because the next one that we're going to talk about is Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. And I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, this is one of the ones that I think that they got it wrong. And I'm going to say this. I think they got it wrong because at the end of the day, this should be Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. But you guys messed around so much with Bianca. Bianca should have had her belt back. And this is, I don't like this one either. Explain to me why I'm wrong.
No, you're not. I think this is where I think WWE and the fans miss each other, because they think this is the match we want to see, right? They think this is the big marquee match of Flair versus Ronda Rousey, the two baddest women in the game or whatever. Bring him back as Becky's manager. Interesting. Like, that could be cool. I'm not the biggest Conor fan, so I would rather him not be on my screen. but I get it. Like, that's cool too. But you're right. I think you're absolutely right. The more interesting fight is Charlotte and Becky, or Charlotte and Bianca, because can we talk about the promos? That would have been so fly. I mean, we're gonna get it eventually, but still, eventually, like, that would have been fly. And then Becky and Ronda have unsettled beef from the last Mania match.
Absolutely.
Because Ronda could have the story wrote itself. My shoulders weren't down. My shoulders weren't down. The ref made a mistake. Let's run it back, and it's just us two. match made, sign us up. We'd probably be far more interested in this. And
honestly,
the fans
I'm sorry.
can
Go
cheer
ahead.
Becky like they really want to. The
Yes,
fans can cheer
absolutely.
Becky like they actually want to. So we won't be
Yes.
fighting these dynamics like we kind of are with Bianca and Becky.
Yeah, and honestly, like I said, with if it was, let's say, Bianca and Charlotte, I think there is no woman in the game today, maybe aside from Jade Cargill, that is more over than Bianca Belair. And if you put that, some of the most over person that is in pro wrestling
Dr.
with
Britt Baker too, she's really over.
Absolutely, she absolutely is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even I'm not here for it, but I hear you. She really is in the thing. But I'll say this: you put Bianca with the best heel in the game, on the female side, because Charlotte is a fantastic heel. Just so good at what she does. And you put them in there, like you said, the promos, them going back and forth, and again, the Sergio, the Vince McMahon, pro wrestling template or whatever, the physicality that Charlotte Flair brings to the ring and brings to her matches can match the physicality of a Bianca Belair, and that could lead to some real magic.
That's
and
the
for
other
me,
reason why Ronda and Becky would make more sense, because they look like they would fight each other. So if you're talking about just looks, that fight looks believable, and Charlotte and Bianca looks believable.
I hear you.
I was trying to ignore this comment. Katie you've been doing this all night, Katie. Why are you trying to really get my anxiety up? Because they would do that, and I'm gonna be upset.
They would not look.
They would totally do that. They would totally do that.
Is there anything else that you would like to discuss in terms of WrestleMania Saturday? Because that's it, guys. That's WrestleMania Saturday. Those are the events. Let me ask you this. In fact, before we even go to Sunday, how do you rank WrestleMania as a day? The WrestleMania Saturday. Rank that scale of 1 to 5. What do you on paper? What do you rank this?
I mean, I think that the tag team title match might over deliver. We kind of underwhelmed it. I already know what you're finna say. I get it. If she was the best healer, she would have a WWE season 2, honey. I know that's right. One time for the boss, Sasha Banks. I'm with you, girl. Come on. One time for the boss.
You ain't never lied. One time.
You don't have to argue with us on that one.
We right there with you on that one. One time for the boss.
Yeah, I just I think if the tag team yes, I think if the tag team title match over delivers, we get what we want from KO Stone Cold. I think it could be I'm being very optimistic. It could be a solid 4, a real good, maybe even 4.5 if we get some sort of surprises might throw in there. That'll be really dope.
Guys in the comments, talk to me. What do you guys think? WrestleMania day one. What do you guys scale of 1 to 5? What are we giving it? And I'm with you. If I look at it right now and I think about, for instance, the KO show, that in itself, Steve Austin by himself damn near gives me a 4.
Yeah, you can't. It's nothing less than a 4 off that.
Just off of that by itself is a 4. So they could at least give me a 4.5 as long as they just don't shit the bed. Dead ass. As long as the rest of them don't shit the bed. Think about it. So I'm gonna say right there, I'm gonna say 4.5. Because I'll be very honest with you. I think that the Logan Paul and the Mysterio match, I think that's going to deliver. And look, the New Day is always going to go ahead and put out a performance. I'm going solid 4.5. I hate to say this, unfortunately, I'm just not that jazzed about some of these title matches, but it is what it is. All right, moving right along Sunday. Anything else?
I have a question for you about Saturday.
There we go.
Do you think? First of all, we're just going to ignore Katie again. She's trying to break hearts over here about what she thinks could happen with the Roman match.
What did I see?
Roman and Brock.
You know, I ain't saying there ain't no Roman slander.
She is over here just trying to. She's trying to kill us. No. Do you think? Right? Do you see it?
Come on now.
I think
if Brock was so badass, he would have had an evil series him damn self.
My question to you, sir.
What?
What's the main event? Is it going to be the women's title match, or is it going to be the Stone Cold KO segment for Saturday?
Say that one more time.
What is going to be the main event for Saturday? Is that going to be
It's going to be
Charlotte Ronda championship match, or
You know
or
what?
is it gonna
It probably
be,
is going to be Charlotte Ronda.
or is it gonna be KO and Stone Cold?
If they're smart, it'll be, and I'm saying it just because it's a title match. If you put something that's not a title match at the top, it would just totally diminish the titles. Absolutely. I don't know if they care or not. I would put their match and then have the KO show like towards the end because it gets you hype. You will be hype and you'll be able to coast into the finish line. Maybe I'm tripping. What would you like? What would you believe?
Nothing can follow KO versus Stone Cold.
You're right. You're probably right.
Like, think about it. They're gonna be that crowd's gonna go so stupid. Whatever follows it, they're gonna be dead for, no matter how good it is. I know. I mean, yeah, I saw that too. Okay, Katie, we with you, girl. We with you. So to me, I know I said earlier, oh, this would be the New Day and Sheamus and Ridge would be dope to at beginning. No, for that day, the opening match should be that title match. It should be what is it? Charlotte.
You know what? I could agree with that.
Charlotte Ronda's on Saturday. Charlotte and Ronda are on Saturday.
They're both on Saturday. The Raw and the SmackDown. They're both on Saturday.
Both women's titles are on Saturday.
Both women's titles are on Saturday. The women's the quadruple tag team match is on Sunday? On Sunday. Yes. And this is directly from the WWE website. Granted, as we know, this is all liable to change, but I'm letting you know that is what. Oh, by the way, it is 11:11 right now. Peace and blessings to you all.
Hey,
it's a beautiful thing.
It's 10:11 on my time zone, but that's what's up. Yay!
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that. It's just, okay. I mean, okay, that sets up the women's titles matches, one of them at least, up for failure if they're all on Sunday. That's nuts. But I mean, who knows? What else?
I think it's whack, but yeah, like I said, we can check it again for y'all in a minute. I'll go ahead and look, but yeah, it's not a good look. All right, let's go ahead and transition to WrestleMania Sunday. Sunday, and this is where we're gonna kick it off. And this is one that I think a lot of people did not expect, but I'm kind of hyped. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But we have the giant almost against the man. And I don't know how you guys felt. And granted, we knew it was coming. But when this man's music hits, I don't care who you are. If you got any type of rhythm, you get your bounce on. And then your boy, the Almighty, came in there. Bobby Lashley went out there and knocked down the giant almost, put him on his butt for the first time in his career. Are you excited about this match? Now, granted, we talked about this last week, and we both had our reservations. Now, with a week to think about it, how do you feel about this one? Because I still feel like you kind of shit the bed in terms of whomever wins, you make them look bad. You have a former champion. If he goes out there and gets squashed, you just diminish your champion. But if you go out here and you have, Omos get squashed, then what was the purpose of him just destroying everybody else? So it's a very interesting match. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I hope Bobby Lashley gets the squash. What are your thoughts?
I don't want to see this. Ooh. And that's bad. And like, who we're rooting for, everybody. But like, can you go man all the matches for both days again? I don't know. I'm with you. Like, in terms of the logic, Bobby is a former champion. He was, the last time we saw him on TV was as champion. So you can't have Omos just squash him, he shouldn't lose. Omos is cool and all. I just don't think he belongs on this card. That's just, I don't think this match belongs on this card. I would rather Bobby Lashley. I would have rather Bobby Lashley had shown up at the end of the Brock Roman match, because he has a legitimate gripe for that one of those titles. I would have just showed up at the end of it. That lets us know we got to watch Raw tomorrow. The end. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been cooler. And the other thing is, one thing that we've been waiting on for Omos to get put on his back, to get off his feet or whatever. They did it. They spoiled it yesterday. So that was the story of the match where we were going to see, can someone get Omos off his feet? So that would have been the reason to watch. Like, okay, let's see if Bobby can do it.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
they gave it away yesterday. So
They did. They did.
Why are we watching this? What's our reasoning?
I'm with you because how is it possible that this match is on Mania when the two secondary titles are not? And that's an interesting thing because it's like we literally don't have two of the major titles. Ricochet and Finn are gonna go ahead and compete like a week or 2 weeks later. Like that's ridiculous. So I'm with you on that one. At the end of the day, you cannot have this. Like this match shouldn't be there. It's not a good look. And again,
it's not Mania
in terms of
caliber to me.
storytelling, not Mania caliber, and storytelling wise, it just doesn't make sense at this point in time. So why are we even doing it?
Why are we here?
Why are we here? All right. With that being said, moving right along. Okay. Now this match coming up next, guys. This is the one I'm the most excited about for the weekend. This is the sleeper pick of the weekend. This is going to be the absolute stealer of the show, highlighting not my all-time, but my brand new favorite wrestler in the game. We are talking about the man, the myth, the legend.
He's got like 5 new
Pat
favorites.
McAfee versus whoever the hell Austin Theory is. Look, people, this match here, I don't care what anybody says. I'm looking forward to it. If you have not watched Pat McAfee wrestle, go out there and watch his match in NXT last year. This dude can go, and he is just continuing to work. He's fantastic on the mic, and you know what? This might be a tryout. This might be a try. We might see more of Pat McAfee, and guess what? If they let The Miz do it, they can let Pat do it. I'm here for it. What do you think?
Yo, I mean, I'm with you. It's going to be probably the funnest match we see in 2 days.
Yes.
Like this is going to be the most fun, right? I'm about to throw a wrench in this though. Okay. If it wasn't for the whole Cody thing, let's put that aside.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the whole Cody thing, I would have loved to see like Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins would have been fun.
It would have been fun, yes.
An actual match for the title that Ricochet has, the Intercontinental title, with him, Ricochet and Austin Theory at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title
would have made so much sense.
Would have been very dope. And let them actually go. Let us actually see Austin Theory wrestle. Let's see what he got against Ricochet. And Ricochet has been in the game long enough that he can ring general a match like that. It would have been cool. That would have been really dope.
Yeah, that would have been great.
But we know that that's not going to happen. So aside from all the things that coulda, shoulda, woulda happened to get more people involved,
right?
This will be dope. I'm sorry. Seth Rollins versus Pat McAfee would have been dope for me. I think that would have been fun.
Oh my God.
That would have been fun. And then Austin Theory could be someone.
That would have been fantastic because Seth can work with anybody. And Seth, honestly, he has been, aside from, the tribal chief, he has been the wrestler of the year. He has been going, aside from, been going out there, and I'm talking about stealing the show. Even though he's been taking these L's, it takes a special type of dude to go out there and take L's and be able to continue being relevant and continue being that guy. Not many people do that well. Only people that are currently, I think, do that as well as Seth is The Miz. I think The Miz is a professional loser, and he is great at it. You know what I'm saying? But that would have been phenomenal. I cannot wait for this match. This is the one, like a lot of people say, I think this will steal the show.
My sister's comment here, Austin Theory gives off John Cena ruthless aggression vibes. That is it. I couldn't put my finger on it. That is it. He does. Before he was Dr. Thugonomics, that's exactly who Austin Theory is kind of giving off. That's a really good observation. Well done. There it is.
I like it. I see
that.
All right. Okay. This one is where it gets a little interesting. And I'm going to pull my notepad out because there's far too many names for me to write this on here for you guys. So we have the women's tag team 4-way chip. We have Zelina and Carmella versus Sasha and versus Naomi versus Rhea and Liv versus Natalia and Shayna Baszler. There's a lot of them. There's 4 teams, and this has been really interesting for me because the 4 of these women have been wrestling each other for the last 3 weeks.
Year and a half.
Yeah, like consistently. And then I go down the list, and a couple things that I think about is why couldn't some of these matches, like why couldn't we made some of these singles matches? Why couldn't we have made them why couldn't we have put them on I don't understand. Why can't we have two, a Raw and a SmackDown women's tag team? I don't know. We have this many teams. This seems like a poor use of talent. That maybe that's just me.
This reminds me of when they used to just throw all the women in a battle royal for a palate cleanser on Mania, like during the Divas days. That's what this reminds me of. And there are far too many talented women in this match for everyone to get the shine they deserve. Just far too many. Somebody's got to turn on somebody. Something has to happen to make this whatever, which sucks because I think you need tag teams, and WWE loves putting two people together just to break them up for no reason.
Yes.
So it's just like I'm torn between somebody's got to do something to make this interesting versus just get a clean winner and just call it a day. I feel like we're gonna get a Bayley return thrown in here somewhere, maybe, or maybe an Asuka return. One of those two. One, if it's not one, the other one will come back on Raw, the next day. But those two are due to be back, and they are needed. What I mean? They are. Very much needed at this time in terms of singles women's wrestlers. So
yeah.
I mean, it'll be the match will be fine. It won't be anything spectacular, but it will be fine. It'll be entertaining. There's too much talent in it for it to be bad. You know what I mean?
Spectacular. This is gonna be the most spectacular WrestleMania ever.
It's just lazy. Stupendous is the word.
Stupendous. It's stupendous. Look, and here's the thing, unfortunately, about this match has so many talented women. I mean, come on, man. Yeah. They got the boss in this one. And you have, in Naomi, who is fantastic. And it's just, I just think this is a very poor use of him. And at the end of the day, I mean, Rhea is fantastic. And from what I understand, every time Rhea is in the place, she gets one of the loudest pops there. Yeah. Like she's another one who's extremely over with the crowd.
I love Rhea and Liv together. That's a really good tag team that makes sense to me. But
it is what it is. Moving right along. Who do you think wins?
I mean, I want Sasha and Naomi to win it because
that's who I have, and then I want Naomi to go to the. That's what I want. To go to the bloodline. I need her to go to the bloodline.
We want it so bad, it'll never happen, right?
It'll never happen. It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
Hold up. We have Mystic. The Mystic one is trying to jump back on the show. He just disappeared on me. I didn't know even where he went. All right, moving right along. And here's the other tag team match that we're going to talk about. And this is also on Sunday night. We have the Raw tag team 3-way. We have the good, the bad, the ugly. We have RK Bro, the Street Profits, and then we have Alpha Academy. Wrong one. This one here, I'll be honest with you guys. Even though we've seen it 36 times, I am still extremely hype on this match. I think it's going to be so good. And this is one of the only times that I think, okay, the storytelling kind of makes sense because the way that they've had the three of them going, and is it just me? Speaking of evil, speaking of going heel, the Street Profits, are they doing what I want them to do? Are we getting a little bit more spice out of the Street Profits? They're going out there beating people up after the thing. Riddles, they smoke weed with him and they still kicking his ass. Yo, if they go out there and do this the right way, I think there could be a lot of promise with the Street Profits as a anti-hero type. So let me ask you, with everything that is going on, what are your thoughts with this match in particular?
I think they're going full heel, low key. After last night, and the fact that they were left laying, they got beat up. They tried to come in for the for the heel interference or whatever, and ended up with being all beat up and RK Brood all over the place at the end. I think they're gonna win it, and I think they're gonna win it as bad. I think they're gonna be bad guys, and I wasn't, y'all, Serge is a heel guy. I love a good heel like everybody else, but like I just wasn't ready for them to be heels yet. I didn't think they had
I
their
was
baby
ready for
face.
them to be healed the moment that I found out who Montez Ford was. I was like, I like this
Turn him
dude.
heel, brother.
He sounds like he looks like one of my buddies. I feel like I'd hang out with him. You should be a heel.
I think
Absolutely.
they're I think it's happening, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun, you know.
And this is what I want. Also, this is what I want.
Do you
Also,
see this dance? Serge is hitting you with the dance.
I want that. I want that. Yes.
Nuts.
Solo run for my boy, my brother, Montez Ford. Let's go.
It'll be fun. That's all I can say is it'll be fun. I don't want them to break up either, Katie. Come on.
Bianca and Montez. Yo, I want that too.
That'll be
Let's
fun.
go.
SummerSlam. Call it.
Yes.
Let's go.
See, I wasn't here for Edge and the Miz, but this I'm here for. Yes,
because that'll be fun. That'll be fun
because they're all still
and they're
in
already
their prime.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm with that. That'll be a good one. Oh,
cute little SummerSlam situation. Yeah, let's go.
Give it to me now. I love that. You know what? Hey, let me ask you this because I had a little thought of this. Watching Raw last night, seeing Bianca go out there and the way she started cutting her hair and everything, I was like, "Ooh, this feels very heelish. Ooh, this feels like she might be getting angry and turning. Are we gonna get the little flip flop with Bianca?"
I mean, they could pull a double turn during that lovely match, and I love a good double turn in a match when it's done right. It's wonderful. It's WWE and it's WrestleMania season. Anything can flip and happen. Anything's possible.
Okay, so who do you have winning? Well, we already said we're both rocking with the Street Profits. Love that.
We want the Profits.
Moving right on. Well, here's another one of the matches that are one of the little celebrity matches, and we are gonna go ahead and talk about Mr. Jackass himself, Johnny Knoxville, against, just the great Sami Zayn. Just absolutely fantastic Sami Zayn. I don't know what it is about them dudes from Saskatchewan or whatever the hell these dudes is from in Canada. him and your boy, him and
Canada, as you call it. Canada, as you call it.
All these dudes from Canada are fantastic. Okay, like, and it's hilarious because they're the nicest people in the world, but they can fake a bad guy, and they are amazing. So I love these guys from Canada. Johnny Knoxville, Sami Zayn. I'm not as hyped for this match. I don't particularly care as much. Again, this is another one that I didn't. If it wasn't for obviously Johnny Knoxville, this is not a Mania match. I'm not hyped for this one as much. What do you think?
Okay, so I love Sami Zayn. Like I love Sami Zayn. Like I adore that man. I think he is the greatest. He's awesome. He is underrated in the ring. He's amazing. All of these things. I think 3 exhibition matches for Mania. I don't care if Mania is 2 nights, is too much. I don't think we need Logan Paul, Johnny Knoxville, and Pat McAfee. I don't think we need all 3 of them.
Is a wrestler, okay? That is a match that is going down.
I hear you. However, it is still exhibitionish.
Absolutely. No, all jokes aside, you're absolutely.
We don't need 3. I don't care if Mania is 2 nights. We don't need 3. Like. And if out of the 3 of these, this is the one I'm least excited for, right? I think this one,
I agree,
could be on Raw. This one could be on something else. One of the other Big 4 premium live events. This could be on and be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think this is one too many. This one, no, I really think. I mean, granted, we're gonna get Johnny Knoxville jumping off something high or doing something very stupid. That is absolutely happening. Something crazy happening with thumbtacks. Something. He's going to jump off something high into thumbtacks. Like, it's going to be stupid. And that'll be the point. Please don't go anything. 5 minutes, please. Or like, it's going to be like Tops. 10, but just
7 minutes is where I'm going to. I'm going for, speaking of Conor, I'm going for the length of Conor McGregor's, gas tank. 7 minutes. That's all I need.
Wow.
That's all we want. Okay.
Conor
7
got the
minutes.
What? That's crazy. Yes. I just just got the strays. My goodness. Yeah. It's like they're gonna go out there and do great, but it just we're all gonna be watching like, okay, do the thing so we can move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, totally agree. All right, moving right along. This is a match that, and again, we only have two more. We got, guys. Thank you
Sticking
guys
with us.
for
Thank
being
you,
with us,
fam.
sticking with us that long. We really do
Absolutely.
appreciate it. It is WrestleMania, so we knew it was gonna be a little longer today. But so thank you guys so much, everybody who is watching live right now on the Scrap News YouTube page as well as the Fight Podcast YouTube page. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, moving right along. This is a match that a lot of us are already looking forward to. This is a match that if it happened 7 years ago, I think would be even more excited because they'll be a little bit closer to their prime. But regardless, these are two men that can still really work and put in some really, really good matches. And you know what? We're actually going to bring a guy on that wanted to talk about this at the very beginning of the show. What's up, Mystic?
I'm sorry,
and
guys.
Guess what we're talking? No, it's okay. But guess what we're talking about? Right as you pop up, right on time. What are your thoughts on Edge versus AJ Styles?
Look at it. Look at the happy face. Look at his happy face. Do you see this?
You think you know me, but you really don't. What can we talk about? I know you guys. I've watched you guys talk about this character change already, but it's so comparable to when Chris Jericho went from happy to this guy that people are just like, whoa, you're all of a sudden you're just this serious guy. What are we doing here? Can we talk about the theme music? My God, I love the theme music. I love everything about this Edge character. This like adds 3 or 4 more years to his character because he can do a million different things with this. And we're going to get to see him against one of maybe the best wrestlers in the history of wrestling. Not enough people say that about AJ Styles. This guy is 43 years old doing what he's doing right now. Doing what he's doing right now. Plenty of championships, different organizations, Japan, TNA, WWE. One of the best to ever do it. And so is Edge, one of the best in WWE history. And we get to watch this in front of 100,000 people. This is going to be a moment. The entrances are going to be amazing. The beginning to the end of that match is going to be spectacular.
It is.
I cannot wait to see what happens here, and I don't think it'll be the end of this feud.
Ooh. You heard us talk about it last week. I said this last week. This has the potential to steal the weekend. This match if they are firing on all the cylinders, this could steal the weekend. And you know how much stuff has the potential to steal the weekend? Like, this one could really do it. This really good. It really could. Yeah, for sure.
I am pumped. I am very pumped. Sorry, that was perfect.
No.
I felt that. I'm thinking. I'm like, I hope they don't talk about it yet. I hope they don't talk about it yet. I hope they don't talk about it yet.
We waited for you. We waited for you, sir. Yes.
I love it.
It's perfect.
This match is going to be fantastic. The last match that I really, because I heard a couple people, if you look on Reddit and look on the Twitter sphere, you hear a lot of people talking that yin yang, talking real slick about Edge. Look, I don't know if y'all forget, not too long ago, Edge had a fantastic match with Roman. It was that match with Roman and
Randy Orton too.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, the triple threat. Yeah,
the triple threat at Mania last year.
That at Mania was amazing. Amazing.
Minus the disrespect they gave Bryan and Edge when he pinned them both at the same time. I don't know about all that. That was a little. That was jobber-esque. That was jobber-esque. I didn't love that, but whatever.
Tribal chief, okay.
You can't say it's jobber-esque when it's main event in Mania. Like it's
yeah. Like I know. That just means because I love Daniel and Edge so much. I don't like to see him get pinned by one person, but it's fine.
But again, fantastic. This match is going to, and again, has all of the ability to go out there and steal the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Some people don't like Edge's heel turn away doing it. I like it. Love it. And like I said before, he is the Rick Ross of beat picking in terms of intro music. His intro music is incredible. Boy, it is cinematic. It is wonderful. It sounds great. Dude, I can just put his music on in the background. Right here where this fireplace is, I should have went out there and put on my man's music. It is incredible. He does his damn thing. This match is going to be let's be honest. This has the ability to be, we don't usually talk about starring matches, but this was one of those that could be a 5-star match.
Amen. And it is, and the thing that I love about WWE matches, it's not full of spots. No offense to AEW, but AEW is a spot after spot after spot with some matches, not everything. I love AEW's product, but WWE, at least they can have a difference from AEW with their matches. So I love
Yes.
that we can separate those things. That's a really good thing.
And this is cool too because I think you're going to get a nice mixture of both things. We're going to get a
Yes.
lovely story, but it's AJ Styles. We're going to get some spots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And
yeah,
we
for
have
sure,
Mr.
for sure.
And
Absolutely.
Mr. TLC, Edge, Mr. Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, we're going to get spots. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you as well. This is not going to be the end of their feud. This is just
No.
match one of
Yeah,
this is
just
chapter
that.
one of this.
We're so excited.
And
That
that's
is
gonna
amazing.
That's going to be a good time.
Can
Oh,
I
it's
ask
gonna
you
be
guys a
fantastic.
question? Can I ask you guys
Please.
a question?
Please.
Why do drop down on the card? What happened?
Who?
Why do drop down on the card?
Somebody
There's-
What?
boo this man.
There's
Boo
gonna
this
there's
man
gonna
in the
leave
comments right now,
there's,
y'all.
there's gonna leave do drop off the card? Huh?
What?
That's what they're gonna
Yes.
do?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Carry on.
Lord.
Sorry, guys. I had to drop that in there.
That was
I'm a big
great.
Dewdrop fan. If you guys didn't know, here
That
on the scrap, hey, I'm a big
That's his
Dewdrop fan.
boo.
All right. Anyway, sir, continue. Sorry, I apologize. Don't slap me.
Surge is
No
done.
Will Smith slap
Surge
me.
is done. Y'all don't knock Surge out.
Got no
That
time
is
for that
amazing.
one. Well, all right. So look, that match is gonna be phenomenal. And now we have gotten here out of
We're
this
at the main.
hour and 16 minutes. We have finally
We are there.
gotten to the main event. We have gotten to the most stupendous match of the year of all time. We are
No, of all
talking
time.
about
Come on, sell it.
Brock, the Beast, Lesnar,
Sell it,
against
sir.
none
Uh-huh.
other
Uh-huh.
than the Tribal Chief, none other than the longest reigning Universal Champion in WWE history, over 570 days. We are talking about none other than the head of the table,
That-
God mode, Roman Reigns. It's gonna be
If you're-
fantastic. It is gonna
If
be.
you're gonna
Go
do
ahead,
that, if you're gonna do that, we gotta give respect to the reigning, defending, the former UFC heavyweight champion, Brock Lesnar.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So look, this one itself, guys, is one of those matches that my first thing when I first thought about this, it was like, we've seen this before. We've seen, not only have we seen this before, we have seen it many times.
Right.
But I had to think, and I want to ask you guys what you guys think. I think this match has the possibility and the ability, hear me out, to be a bigger match than Hogan Warrior. And the reason that I am saying that
Big talk.
is because
Big talk,
where they
boy.
currently are in their time right now in terms of star power and what they bring to the table in terms of timing. And I know because we've seen it before, but think about it. In terms of timing, Roman has never been this good. Brock has never been this good. This might be truly, and maybe I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid. Maybe I'm just out here on some bullshit. But this truly, we might get, I don't know if any more, but some of the best 20 minutes of action you'll ever see. What do you guys think? Does this have the ability? Please, brother, go ahead. Interject.
I would have disagreed with you until I saw the reaction that Brock got in Saudi Arabia. My God, I honestly didn't think that was going to happen. Everybody, honestly, everywhere he goes now, they love him. He has global superstar power at this point. I thought it was just here, but my Lord, he is at that point, and I don't have to go into Roman Reigns. We already know that. This is
the best Roman. This is the best Roman we'll probably ever get. Like, I think
we're
here.
We are like here. For real. This is a moment. The way we talk
Yeah.
about Stone Cold and the Rock of the Attitude Era,
We are
and
in
things like that.
his-
19
we
years
are in
later,
his-
we
his
are
that right
in
now.
the Bloodlines timeline.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just got like, you just saying that Stone. Oh, I just got goosebumps right now because all I'm thinking about is Brock and Roman staring at each other, cameras flashing, and the crowd just making so much noise that ring is shaking.
they're not going
Oof.
to touch for the first minute. Like they're really not. It's
Oh
going to
my
take a minute.
God.
They're
Come on.
just gonna
Woo!
look at each other,
I
and
got
it's gonna be
goosebumps.
like
I
when
got
Hogan
goosebumps.
and Rock stared at each other for 10 years when they fought at Mania 2. It's gonna be that.
Yes, just
They need that. I
look
actually want
around,
that.
look
I'm gonna be pissed
around.
if they don't. Like I need
Oh,
that for this match. It's title versus title. So when was the last time we've had one of those for real?
Come
Like a
on.
undisputed whatever champion. Like that's cool to me. This is gonna be like I want this to be one of those, when we tell our kids that we watched when the tribal chief became the undisputed, because we want
You already know
yeah.
what's gonna
became the
happen.
undisputed championship. And let's be clear, I actually think it'll be cool if he loses too. I think whoever wins opens doors for so many things.
A lot of it.
If Roman loses, I think it opens the door for Rock to come back and be like, I thought you said you was the head of the table, but you lost to, like I thought you said, I beat Brock.
Phone drop
So
on that one. Phone drop on that
Say
one.
that one more time. I was over here
One more time.
trying to
One
be
more
the
time for the
producer
people
over
in the
here. I'm
back.
over here.
One more time
said-
for the people in the back.
I think it'd be if Roman loses, it opens a door for Rock to come back, for The Rock to come back and be like, I thought you said you was the head of the table. And everyone thinks when Rock comes back, he's gonna be a face. But wonder if he's the heel, and this is how Roman comes back face, and you get that dynamic. If Roman wins, it's the same thing. We've got Mania in LA next year anyway. They've done a year-long build before. Why not do it again? Why not?
One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time.
You see it.
That's my back. I think we might get a surprise, guys. I'm gonna go off the left field here, and people might not be thinking about this, but you know how Chael Sonnen likes to talk about Kevin Lee? Where does Kevin Lee fit into this? I'm gonna say something different. Where does John Cena fit into this? You think they're not gonna want to put a John Cena has history with both of these guys.
Both of them.
Can you imagine
Purple Thread
John
at SummerSlam? Are you talking to me?
Can you?
Guys, I mean, there's so many.
I want it all.
So many. What it
all of it, please.
There are so many different ways that this can go, and this is the thing that makes this time of year so amazing. As a pro wrestling fan, as a sports entertainment fan, and here's the thing: we're not even talking about what Ring of Honor is doing this weekend. We're not talking about fucking Wale May. We're not talking about what AEW's been doing, that they've been doing dope ass shit. We're not talking about all the indie things that are going on. There are so many. I think as a pro wrestling fan, what WrestleMania brings, and here's the thing, like, yo, I don't watch football. People say this is the Super Bowl of wrestling. I don't watch football. So guess what? This is my Super Bowl. Okay, so this is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. I guess MMA's version would be International Fight Week, I guess. But
yeah, a lot of events going on, and you get to meet some of the
International
superstars.
Fight Week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be it. So, like I said, I've done a grappling tournament there before.
Our girl Katie just mentioned that John Cena is an executive producer on WWE Evil, and he's the narrator of it all too. Sergio,
let me get a zoom up. Let me get a zoom up, Sergio.
It's there. I mean,
I'm here for it. I don't know.
I love the John Cena connection. I do. I want that as well. But I need Roman versus Rock in Hollywood for Mania next year. I need that. It deserves that line. You know what I'm saying? It needs a year
build. Okay, and here's the thing. Let's talk about this, because we only have a couple minutes left. And everybody who's been rocking with us from the beginning, thank you guys so much for rocking with us for our pre-show to WrestleMania. Again, the biggest show of the year. That's why this is going to be the longest show of the year. You know how I get down. Tight 45. Tight 45. Okay. But this is one of the things that's going to be when we really think about it, right? In terms of the build, we talk about the year-long build, right? Stone Cold and The Rock, not just Stone Cold, The Rock was also on this year's WWE Super Bowl commercial. They were on that commercial. The only time they was current stars, Stone Cold and The Rock. They only tend to put people in those type of spots if they're involved something coming up that year. Was that a little Easter egg? Is The Rock going to go in there after we see my man standing there with his 2 belts? The tribal chief holds up both belts. He is standing over the beast, tattered at his body, just laying there.
Not
He beat
tattered.
the beast, just tattered and bruised and beaten. He throws it up. He puts both hands up. You think you hear his moving. All of a sudden, you hear, "If you smell," and the next thing you know, your boy The Rock goes in there, and they stare off. If at the top of the ramp in the ring, cuts off. End of WrestleMania.
It'll be on Monday Night Raw instead.
Boom.
I'm here for that as well.
The
Roman's
Raw
gonna come
after
out.
Mania. The
Raw
Raw
after Mania
after
is gonna be
Mania.
great.
And he's gonna come back. Roman's gonna come out peacocking, doing his stuff, and then Big Oos is coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
the biggest Oos. Big
double
Oos.
Big Oos.
Yeah,
Big
Triple
Oos
OG
coming
Oos.
Shout out to Brock Lesnar for helping a lot of people get over. Honestly, he's
Factuals.
been doing it the past couple years,
Factuals.
man. He's been doing an amazing job, and
This
I
has
hear
been
about
my
it behind the
favorite
scenes
Brock
as well.
run. Straight
Oh,
up.
Favorite Brock run.
This is a fantastic Brock
Absolutely.
run. By the way, didn't none of y'all, you remember, I am very open about my fandom of pro wrestling, and I took a break because it was trash. But I will say this. Why did none of y'all tell me Brock Lesnar hit that big man with that 1-2 in the way he did? Braun Strowman hit him with a knee.
When he hit him,
and,
you
and
don't play
Brock
that
got
because you don't
upset
play
and
that.
hit it.
And
He
told
hit
him
him
to-
with the,
and
you
told him to
forgot
slow down.
I am a former
Could
The
you-
UFC champion.
receipt. He got his receipt.
Told him,
He got his
slow-
receipt.
Slow it down, dog. Relax, G.
That shit looked no good wrestling.
That's what
Ask the Undertaker about receipts. Ask the Undertaker about receipts.
Man.
That part-
Really quick before we get out of here, guys. This at the end of the day, who do we believe is going to win? It's the final picks. This one, who's going to win this match?
We can all do it at the same time.
Roman
1,
Reigns.
2, 3.
Roman Reigns.
We're going with the
Roman.
one. I think it'll be
Roman.
fantastic. Really quick before we get out of here, and thank you guys for all watching. Have you guys checked out WWE Evil to this point in time?
I've watched one episode so far, so I'll be caught up before Mania though.
Ooh,
I'll be watching all of them. I'll be watching all of them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Probably
fantastic, and we'll end up bringing them back and talking about them. But all in all, let's do this before we get out of here. We'll close it up with this. In your
Yeah. DQ. Sheesh.
No, we gotta get a little clarity. We gotta get a little finality.
No,
You know
because
what
they
I'm
would do that though, and
They would do that. Yeah.
They would do that, and then we throw
Right.
stuff. Jesus,
Yeah.
why are y'all
Yeah.
doing this to me?
You're right. Okay, let's do this before we get out of here. In your guys' opinion, WrestleMania 1 to 5, both days, where are we at? What do you think on paper? What do you believe? Storylines, everything coming out of it. This is a 2-part question. First part is scale of 1 to 5. Second part, what is the biggest storyline coming out of Mania? Not even biggest, because it's probably whoever.
Post-Mania?
It's gonna be the biggest story. Yeah. So what's gonna be the most interesting storyline for you post Mania?
And 1 through 5 for what?
1
For the
through
whole-
5
for
for rest
Mania
for the
both
entire
days.
card.
Okay.
I'm gonna go strong 4, just because I'm cautiously optimistic. Strong 4. In terms of the biggest storyline,
Oh, this is for
It
you,
be-
by the way, Dre. This
I
For the
see
Evil
Katie
series.
messing with me. You know what, girl?
Just-
I thought we was friends. Dang, I got you. I'll have it by next week. I think that whatever Cody Rhodes Seth Rollins situation is going to dominate the conversation.
wait, time out. How did I skip that one? That's
It's
also
okay.
on. We didn't even
But
talk
I'm
about
here.
that one, but that is going to be on the second day as well. I think that is going to
Yeah.
be another one that is phenomenal.
I think the after Mania talk will be a lot about whatever the Cody Seth thing ends up being.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
We
No,
did
we
not.
didn't.
Oh,
We didn't.
we going live on my we're going live on my Instagram tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it. We're not
Well,
skipping
really,
that because
well, we could absolutely do that, but and
Yeah,
really quick,
let's
we
go.
could actually absolutely mention it for a hot second because we didn't talk about it. I think we kind of breezed past it. Because we know it's going to be Cody.
And we've been
But
talking about it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
we've been talking about it for 2-3 weeks, but I'll say this that I think you should absolutely put Cody right away in the title picture. Me personally. But you put him in the title picture. I mean, realistically, I know they're talking about having Drew McIntyre directly afterwards lined up for Roman Reigns. Damn that. Put Cody ass there and keep Cody at the top of the card. He's that big at this moment in time, and you absolutely need to keep him at the top. Don't have him playing
The
around with the
storyline
other
writes
titles.
itself.
Have him
They're
put
both
him right at the top.
They're both second and third generation superstars, family business, royal family, and yada yada. I mean, it's all in there. Just yes, all of that.
keep him,
All of
keep him, but don't overexpose him. I think they need to show him in random times, more wrestling on pay-per-views, not wrestling every Monday on Raw. No, keep him
I like that.
exclusive. Keep him exclusive.
I like it. I like it. I love it. All right. Well, look, guys, all in all, this is going to be an amazing card. I am looking forward to it this week. You know what? Maybe we'll do some Twitter spaces this week during Mania. Maybe we'll end up doing live. If you guys want to be down with that, let us know. Let me know in the comments. We'll definitely do something live on IG. We'll maybe even live stream here again. But until then, this has been the Royal Rundown WrestleMania preview. To my guest, my brother, the Mystic One. Please let the people know where they can find you because you've had some amazing work that you've been working on recently. It's been super dope. Let them know.
First of all, I appreciate you guys for having me on. You guys are doing a wonderful job with this Royal Rundown. It is amazing. WWE, pick up this show if you're smart. Pick up this freaking show. Follow these people. They're doing amazing. You see my name down there. Follow me whenever you guys want. It's all good. But guys, remember, you may know who I am, but you don't know why I can't.
He's so dramatic every time. I love it.
Every time. Miss Dre, please let the people know where they can find you.
It's Mania Week. I'm on the Twitter world, Miss Dre 20 on IG at Miss Dre Day. Come say hi. We talking wrestling. It's that time. Let's go. Let's be fans. Let's have fun. Let's
have fun. And look, and also let y'all know, like I said, if not next week, the week after, we have a pretty special guest that I am very excited about. Speaking of WWE Evil, just a little Easter egg in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, just give him a little, just a
smidge
for y'all,
just a little dash.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that one. This weekend we're at WrestleMania, obviously Peacock Network, all that good stuff, and like we said before, make sure if you haven't already, check out Scrap News. Fantastic journalism there. Everybody there is incredible. Everything from the YouTube page all the way to all the articles and beyond, man. Check out the Scrap News if you have not already. Also, make sure you check out the Fight Podcast everywhere podcasting is available. Apple, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and everything else. We in there. And also, we got merch. Check that shit out. What do we got? We got merch. What? Make sure you get that merch. Love y'all. Peace. As soon as I find this exit, peace.